Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Vitamins with Lauren Keys. I am so blessed, y'all. I'm blessed beyond measure. I thank God every day for his mercies. If you woke up again this morning, you're blessed as well. We have mercy. We have grace. We have another day and another chance to get it right. Okay, so that's a blessing. I thank God for that, and I'm thanking God every day for mine. And I just want to put out a small apology saying that I'm sorry I haven't been putting out my videos as often as I'd like to. I think I missed probably about 10 days without putting out one. I was in Wisconsin. We had to go away to go be there to support and comfort family. But I am back now. I am back ready to be focused and to do a work for the Almighty God. I have a word for you guys, okay? And it's a special one because we know that summertime is approaching, and summertime is the time when we have get-togethers, whether it be with friends, whether it be with family, whatever it is. The summertime is the time for planning, and summertime is the time for groups coming together. Cookouts, graduations, reunions, anything, okay? You name it, it's a time of togetherness. But there's always that one spirit that likes to pop its ugly head up in the midst of all of that unity, okay? And that's the spirit of dissension. So I am going to go ahead and reveal to you guys who the spirit of dissension is and what to do with it. And we all know the only thing you do with it is pray it away. You can even pray that spirit away before you even get to your gathering, okay? But I'm going to show you how to recognize it. And it's probably something you guys seen all these years, but just didn't know, couldn't quite put your finger on what it was. It's a spirit. And I know a lot of y'all think I'm crazy. I know you do. Oh, she gets on there talking about spirits and demons and all of that. Yes, I do. And guys, I'm not even mad at you for calling me crazy, because I would think I was a total whack job too if I didn't know Jesus. I agree. I would think I was a whack job too if I did not know who Jesus was. But because I know who he is, I have sense enough to know that there is something that's the total opposite of him in this world. And it is dark. Okay? And it does exist. It's one of the biggest lies that Satan has told people, has people believing down here on earth, that he doesn't even exist. Okay? But he does. And anybody that hasn't said they have a relationship with Jesus Christ should know this. They should know this. I don't understand how you could be so close with Jesus and say you're his child and you have a relationship with him and you're reading your word and you're constantly seeking him, but yet you don't believe that there's other things going on in this world. You under the wrong ministry if you don't think that. Or if you don't believe that, or if you don't know it. It's a knowing thing, okay? It's not even a thought, it's knowing that there is something out there that's dark and the total opposite of Jesus. So yeah, if I didn't know who Jesus was, I would think I was crazy too. All right, but moving on. So the spirit of dissension. Dissension is intense disagreement, dispute, or quarreling. Dissension is intense disagreement, dispute, or quarreling. Let's talk about the spirit of dissension. The spirit of dissension is a deliberate, destructive force characterized by a heart posture of pride, bitterness, and selfishness that actively disrupts unity and causes division. Come on, guys, follow me. It is often described as a standing apart or causing people to fall away from each other, frequently driven by gossip, contention, and a resistance to change. Okay? This person that allows the spirit of dissension and discord to enter them, because that's how the spirits are that's how they use people. They enter them. But somebody has to have that vessel in order for a spirit to come in, right? This is real, y'all. Somebody has to be carrying it, has to have that vessel to usher the spirit of dissension in. And that person is usually bitter, right? They're angry, they're hurt. You know what I mean? They're just out for revenge, you know, and they can't stand to see anyone happy. They can't stand to see unity. They're the ones that sit there, Jesus help me. They're the ones that sit there and watch everybody having a good time and everybody's laughing and the electric slide is going and, you know, everybody's just having a good time. I know how family get-togethers are. I know how gatherings are and I enjoy them. But then you got people in there that do not enjoy them. And they're like, oh no, this is what they're thinking. They don't say it out loud. Of course, they're not going to speak it out. But in their hearts, they're saying, I gotta end this. Everybody's having too much fun. All this laughing and this I love yous and they're having too much fun. I gotta stop this somehow. I have to cause something to happen. And then that's what the gossip begins. Going to one person and then to the other person. And then to the other person. And then to the other person. And then you notice how you guys ever say to yourself, once the quarreling begins, where did this all come from? Where did this all come from? How did this all start? That spirit of dissension came in, right? It entered into that bitter person that brought themselves to this get together. They ushered that spirit in because it can't stand to see unity. That's one thing that Satan hates is unity. He hates love. He hates togetherness. He loves to see the constant arguing, the constant bickering, it's just a reflection of him and he loves it. So when that broken person comes in to the get together, they carry the spirit with them. Oftentimes they're the very quiet ones. Oftentimes they are. And when the quarreling's going on, they're the ones that's going like this. The whole time. And then after the quarreling, they're going to act like the peacemakers when they're the ones that know they started it. They act like they're the ones that's making the peace. All right? Isn't that something how Satan works? He's sneaky like that, y'all. He's very, very sneaky. So this summer is going to be a fun summer. That's what we're going to claim. We're going to claim a fun summer. We're going to speak it. And we're going to pray away that spirit of dissension. By the power and the authority of Jesus Christ that's invested inside of us, we're going to come against that spirit of dissension. We're going to come against the spirit of discord, right? We're going to come against the spirit of quarreling, destruction. You see, you got to pray these things before the gathering even starts. Pray against it because that's what it is. The party could be going well, and then all of a sudden, there's bickering and loudness. And I'm not talking about the drunks. That's not what I'm talking about. We know what that is. I'm just talking about a unified, just having a good time. You know what I mean? Just loving each other, loving on one another, tasting good food, listening to good music, line dancing, all of that. Yes, y'all. And then all of a sudden it just poof out of nowhere. Just goes downhill. Somebody ushered that spirit of dissension in there. They can't stand it. Everybody needs to be bitter, angry, and miserable, just like me. Then that person's satisfied. And then that person's the only one that always walks away with a smile on their face because they did exactly what they came to do. Destruct. They are also the people who don't like being revealed. Come on now. These people don't like being revealed. That's why they try to paint the truth teller in the group like a liar. They do. See, Satan doesn't like to be revealed for his time. So anybody that comes in to cause chaos, the person that is a truth teller in that group or that family gathering or wherever, they have to paint them to be a liar, right? And everything that person says, everything that person does. And you know what I've always wondered? I've always wondered why a whole handful of people working together could call that one person standing alone a liar. But none of those people in that group goes and fact checks that one person. Now, don't you find that strange? If that person's such a liar, and there's all of you guys, how come nobody's going to fact check that liar? Of course they can't fact check them because number one, this one's not the liar. They are telling the truth. But these people are the ones with all of that devil in them that they got to stick together. They all know that person's telling the truth. But because they all have that hate, right? Those spirits, they all in agreement with one another, have that hate for that one spirit that is about truth, that is about togetherness. They all got to paint them a certain way. Or you get the ones in the group. Oh, come on, something's coming. I'm showing y'all what goes on. You get the one in the group that sits back. I don't know if they think they're the chief of everything or who they think they are. And they sit back and they tell everybody when this person starts talking, I'm talking about the truth teller. When this person starts talking, just everybody look at me and I'll give you a signal or a hint whether this person is telling the truth or whether they're lying. Okay, let's go. See, they all have to do that because nobody likes to be revealed. Nobody likes the truth. But if the truth teller is saying something that is worshiping those people, that's the truth. That's the truth. Like if the truth teller is like, oh yeah, you can find the nicest places to go shopping, they're giving them a hint like, that's the truth right there. But the minute the truth teller starts calling out stuff, right? Then everybody's going to want to say. And everybody's believing that spirit in that person. That's how Satan is. Satan, nothing's ever real to say. Satan never wants anybody to believe anything unless it's worshiping him. But when it comes time to pull in Satan's cards out of the closet, now we calling everybody a liar. Do you see how that works? The spirit of dissension loves keeping separation. The spirit of dissension does not like to be revealed. They came to do one job and one job only, and that is to cause chaos. And the one in that group that's the truth teller, they're going to paint that truth teller in the worst picture that they can paint them in. That's how it works. There's always going to be one or the other, or both at a get together. And it's just never ceased to amaze me how everybody loves to follow the one that's causing the problems, but they never want to follow the one that's actually trying to hold it together, hold the people together. They don't ever want to believe them because that's what this world's come to today. It's came to loving chaos. It's came into loving destruction and hating your brothers and sisters. The Bible said that this time was coming. The Bible said that these days were coming. Read the Bible for yourself. This all prophecy. Everything you see every day is prophecy unfolded. People would be lovers of themselves. You know? Nobody's getting along. It's just hatred back and forth. But y'all are not going to have that this summer because you already know how to recognize dissension. You already know now through watching my channel how to recognize discord. Okay? So, if they ask you to pray the family prayer or pray that prayer over the food, do they really want you to pray though? I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's a good thing. You need somebody that can cast things out. You need somebody that can cast spirits out that's causing problems in the family. You need that. You need that stronghold. But do they really want you to do it after watching Spiritual Vitamins with Lauren Keys? Because not only am I telling you what happens, I'm telling you what the names of these spirits are. And that's one thing spirits don't like. They don't like you calling out their name. They don't like that. You could say devil this, devil that, devil this all day. But the minute you call out the name of a devil, you witchcraft demon, you spirit of discord, you spirit of hate, you spirit of whatever spirit it is, and you call it out. See, they don't like that because when you don't know the name of something, you can't identify it, correct? You won't be able to identify it. So it stays nice in the group, nice and cozy, because nobody identified me. But welcome to Spiritual Vitamins with Lauren Keys, where I show you all of these things, okay? I want you guys to have a blessed summer. I want you guys to have a beautiful summer. And I want you guys to have just a unity. Just be in love with one another. Love one another. Everything doesn't have to turn into a fight. Pray before the gathering begins. Pray before you invite people over. Pray before you invite company to your house. Pray, 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 pray. You want to have fun. You don't always want to be watching your back the whole time you're having a good time. You don't want to go through that. You just want to have fun and let the day flow. So, that's all I have for now. Recognizing the spirit of dissension this summer. God bless you guys. I love you so much in Jesus' name.